Welcome into the Ice Den in Scottsdale, Arizona for D2 high school hockey. As the Centennial Coyotes get set to square off against the Corona del Sol Aztecs. Corona del Sol on the season so far, 3-6-0. The Coyotes 3-5-0. The Aztecs have dropped their last 3 contests in a row. The Coyotes themselves coming off a tough loss last Sunday to the Brophy Broncos. As we take a look at the matchup for the night, the last time these two teams met early in the season back in September with a very depleted Centennial side, and the Coyotes lost that contest 2-7. The Aztecs averaged 4 goals a game. They average giving up just over 3. The Coyotes average scoring 3 goals a game and giving up just under that. Penalty minutes fairly even, 9 minutes per game for the Aztecs compared to 10.5 for the Coyotes. They got to do a tough one again against Brophy last weekend where they racked up quite a few penalty minutes, including a 10-minute misconduct to defenseman Decker Burgess for an altercation late in that one. Power play goals per game even at just over half per team. Leading goal scorer for the Aztecs is number 56, Nathan Hancock, 7 on the season so far, just under a goal a game. Number 48, and the captain, Bradley Del Principe, leads the line for the Coyotes with 5 goals on the season so far. Again, the Aztecs dropping their last 3 contests to Flagstaff, Campo, and Pinnacle. They haven't won since back in early October. The Centennial Coyotes, they did drop that one 5-1 to Brophy last weekend, but the week before topped the league-leading Mountain Ridge Mountain Lions by a score of 5-2 and shut out Campo Verde 4-0 2 weeks before that. We'll get you starting lineups in just a moment as we see them take the ice. Does look like it'll be the senior, number 67, Caden Thompson, taking the net for the Coyotes. Lineups indicate it will be freshman number 39, Hudson Swinson, in net for the Aztecs. Will be a little bit of a goalie battle of mission on mission. Swinson, the one of the 2 goalies for the 14 red mission team, or 16 red mission team rather. And Thompson, of course, one of the goalies for the 18 red mission team. Here we are. It is Thompson making his way to the net. Also on the ice to start the game, we have number 24, Gavin Sutter. Number 84, Tucker Howie. Number 48, and the captain, that's Bradley Del Principe. Number 68, Decker Burgess. And alternate captain, number 91, Michael Simone. We're underway as the opening faceoff controlled early by the Aztecs. The Aztecs in orange, moving left to right. Coyotes in white. Puck flipped up out of play, chased by Duffy. No icing call early on. Well, kept in by Sutter, then cleared by Corona. Burgess. Back for Simone. Simone hammers it hard off the wall through everyone. And that will get us an icing call here. Face-off held up at the dot. Jackson catch, plays it back. Flipped, but not out by Snow. Snow now across the logo, has it poked away off his stick. Flipped in by Millette. Snow chases, but Corona gets the handle. Flipped clear. Rogelio Ortiz now chasing back. Thompson will cover and get a whistle. Ortiz, Snow, catch, Green, and Millette. Those are your 5 on the ice. Played clear back in and touched off sides. That's why the Aztecs will get a neutral zone face-off here. Fresh skaters on the ice. Johnson, Rowland, and Thomas, the forward line. Rowland wins the face-off. Played out of the zone. De La Fuente plays it in on net. Thompson will kick that aside. Thomas now able to play free. Chase Johnson plays it to himself. Tries to fight through a check, but that's taken away by Corona. Millette keeps it in at the point. And pulled out by the Aztecs as they head the other way. Centering opportunity. Can't find a target that can pull the trigger. Thomas clears the zone. Johnson past Castillo. Johnson then taken to the ice. Puck kept in at the line by Millette. Bouncing puck. Played out. Forced around Jimenez. Right around the boards to Millette. Millette tries a touch pass. Not controlled by anyone. Johnson. Millette takes his man down to the ice. We get a whistle. And we're going to get a roughing call here. Cross-checking the call. Power play for Corona is underway. They win the opening face-off. Lawrence with it at the point. Plays it across. Simone. Now Green. Both battling for the puck. Burgess keeps it free out front. Thompson with a save. Corona wins the face-off again, able to keep the puck in. Duffy with it. Duffy at the circle, bouncing puck. Thompson able to swallow that one up. Back underway, Lawrence with it. He'll fire in from distance. That goes wide. To the sidewall. Green battling for it. Simone's there. Simone's going to bank it off the glass now. Del Principe has a step. Del Principe with a chance, shorthanded on his forehand. And that goes behind the net. Corona now heading the other direction. Hancock loses the puck. Burgess gets it to Green. Green tries to clear. Duffy pulls it off the wall. Now Simone. Simone has it poked away from him as he tries to clear, then gets it across the blue line. Dumped back in by Corona. Under a minute to go on the penalty to Millette. Played off the wall. Lawrence can't control at the point. Has to retreat to neutral ice so Corona can clear. Duffy across the line for the Aztecs. Drops it back. Garcia. Shot from distance. Hits Burgess. He's able to take it. And it's poke checked away from him. But he's able to clear the zone. Both teams getting partial line changes. Burgess able to scoop that one away. Snow providing pressure on the forecheck. Forces it all the way back behind the Corona net. Still attacking it. Corona with all 5 skaters in their own zone. Now they break out. Daniel Giusti, good check against the boards. Played back down. And the final time on the penalty is going to tick off. Millette ready to jump out on the ice. Here he comes. We're back to even strength. Ortiz loses it inside his own zone. Thompson comes out to play it. Banks it off the wall. Lucky Deestrom can't get a hold of it. And then Harrison loses an edge. Ortiz now. Gets past one Corona player. Now gets past a few more before he gets tangled up. Gets sent to the ice. No call from the officials here as he gets hauled down. Garcia now across the line. Olivier able to angle him off. Picked up by Giusti. Giusti sends a long pass ahead. Snow able to tip it in the zone. Tries a drop pass back to Cash, but that's intercepted by Corona. Pinch kept in by Giusti. Puck comes out, and we get an icing whistle with 9:35 left on the clock here in the first period. Still scoreless between Corona and Centennial. Thomas, Rollin, Johnson, Millette, and Jimenez, the 5 on the ice for Centen. Face off, won by the Coyotes. Jimenez banks it off the wall to keep it in the zone. Played around behind the net. Corona able to get it clear. Moore across the blue line. Angle off by Jimenez. He'll be able to pick it up, turns, sends it to Thomas. Thomas gets a tip on it. It's going to head down the length of the ice, and we'll get an icing whistle there. Center's in the circle. Face-off won by the Coyotes. Trying to get it clear. Now Johnson. Chase Johnson takes a step to the outside. Able to get in the offensive zone, but then that's taken away by Corona. Aztecs, a very physical team historically. That puck in at the line. Kept in now. Backhanded clear. Played ahead looking for Duffy. He's not able to get to it. Loses an edge as he tries to lean forward. Now played back out of the zone. Puck turned over. Thomas loses it. Rollin kicks it ahead. Back to Duffy. Duffy feeds Lawrence. Lawrence across the line is going to have a shot. Thompson gloved that aside. Millette is going to go bank that one up along the glass to Lawrence to keep it in at the line. Jimenez now fighting for it along the near boards. Scoop it again, gloved down by Lawrence right at the point. That one out to neutral ice. Forced Corona to retreat. Played in, icing waved off. Johnson taken down from behind. Again, no whistle. Jimenez now tripped up. Millette with the puck. Controlled by Corona. Thompson gets a stick on that one out front. Ends up behind the net. Kept around Castillo's. Going to pull that to his forehand. Played out to the line. Not out. Rollin now able to get it across the line. He gets taken down. Again, no call. Thompson will kick that aside. Played in from distance. Turned over by Jimenez. And a goal for Corona. Centennial trails here halfway through the first period. Howie ties up the face-off. Simone off the boards long. Sutter's going to chase it. Sutter gets tied up. Castillo takes him into the boards away from the puck. Now picked up by Green. His shot goes wide. Kept in. Howie. Loose puck hits the post. Del Principe fighting for it in the corner. So's Howie. Sutter's there too. Sutter grabs it from behind the net. Looking for a lane. His pass blocked. Howie grabs it back. Howie steps it out front. Loose puck still and dropped on. Green to take the face-off. Corona sends the man in late. Pulled free. Snow has a shot over the net. Snow now tries to feed catch out front. That's intercepted by Corona. They're going to come the other way with numbers. Hustling forward. Offside's call. Thompson will drop on that, and we'll get a defensive zone face-off coming up for Corona. Green wins the face-off in his own zone. Puck bangs forward. Catch now. Tries to scoop it up to Snow. Able to get it in, but that's intercepted by Corona. Played out. Back to Juicy. Snow touched it. Looked like he was offsides. No whistle. Now Lawrence comes in. De La Fuente clearly offsides. And again, no call. Defensive zone face-off coming up here for Centennial. Roland glides in to take it. Won by Centen. Roland now with it in his feet at the dot. Ortiz plays it behind his own net. Rolling puck. Nobody can seem to find the handle. Behind the net. And it beats Thompson, his own player. Played it off his back and into the net.
Oh, boys, you better than that. Clear the game.
Face-off tied up. Olivier comes away with it. Cross the line. Takes a hit in the near boards. Olivier trying to steal the puck back. Now Johnson. Corona with it behind the net. Intercepted by Johnson. Looking for Juicy. He'll pick it up off the wall. Since a centering pass, no one can find the handle. Olivier now. Olivier sends it forward. Johnson on his backhand. Turns. Up the half wall. Takes a hit under the goal line. Still battling for the puck. It's going to be Corona that comes away with it. Bring it to the center of the ice. It's Duffy. Duffy fans on his shot. Ortiz able to steer that wide. Johnson. Drops it back for Ortiz. Centennial looking to clear their zone. Olivier can't get it out. Off the ball. Juicy shovels it forward, but not out. Tie up there in the ice as the Centennial went for a line change. Jimenez can't quite get to it. Long pass past Hancock. Played in. Thompson will drop on it as he gets chopped by one of the Corona players who got his legs taken out there. Face-off pulled away by Centen. Across the line, bank pass in. Millette chasing. Out of his defensive position. Works over Lawrence along the wall. Howie now. Howie able to get to it, but it's in neutral ice. Bouncing puck controlled by Sutter. Sutter across the line. Sends one in that's fed wide. Corner now, coming the other way. Millette sends his man to the ice. A great hit. Sutter finds Del Principe. Del Principe to his forehand. Can't get the shot away. Now he gets held up. Sutter shot! And he scores! And Gavin Sutter puts Centennial on the board. Pete Stinson with just Centennial's second shot of the game. Face off one back by Centen as they look to even this game back up. Simone takes a hit in the back. And that should be a big penalty coming up here for boarding. We'll see what they call. Two and 10, the call there for checking from behind. So Centen on the power play. Shot sent long. Thompson deals with that one. Simone. Bad game still on the ice. Able to get the puck to Sutter. Sutter into the zone. Sutter now sends a shot on goal. That's saved. Second chance. Goes wide. Puck behind the net. Thompson's going to leave that for Burgess. Sends it to Simone. They clear the zone. Now Burgess. Gets around a stick check. Now taking it himself across the line. Has a shot in. That's kicked aside. Duffy gets past Simone. And we go to 4-on-4 hockey for a minute with that penalty call. Puck played free. Sutter picks it up from the wall by the benches. Has it himself. Has a shot in. Stinson able to glove it down. Can't save it. Here they come the other way. Hancock has to go past him. Juicy from back in. Thompson makes the first save. Then able to poke it away. Second chance. Doesn't find the net. Puck all the way out. Lawrence has to retreat to his own zone. Kept in by Corona. Now foisted out by Centen. Under a minute to go here in period number one. Corona still ahead, 2-1. Moore out of the box on the Safier minor and misconduct penalty. Safier still in the box now to serve his 10 minutes after that. So 5-on-4, Thompson with a save, and he holds on. 23 seconds left to go. Del Principe trying to chase down the faceoff, able to get a stick on it, kept in the zone by Corona. Has a shot. Thompson with a save. Millette plays it clear. Dumped in. Corona has to clear the zone. And the final seconds of the first period going to trickle away with Jimenez with the puck. He'll launch it long, and that's the whistle. So after one period of play, your score, Corona 2, Centennial 1. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Corona when we get back. Team switch sides as we get ready for the second period here in Scottsdale. Centennial still shorthanded for another 30 seconds on that interference call against Simone. Jimenez able to pay the puck in deep. Forecheck by Del Principe as he tries to get to it. They try and stall Corona. Able to get the puck out. Picked up by Snow. Send it back in. Jimenez keeps it in, foists it down, and 4 seconds left for the man advantage for Corona as Simone hits the ice. Simone, who's blown up on that missed boarding call. Del Principe taps it into himself. He's wide, has a backhand shot that's gobbled up by Stinson. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as Roland glides into the offensive zone circle. He wins the faceoff. Jimenez has a shot. That's kicked aside. Big hit in the corner. No call. Elbows up. Puck cleared. Olivier in pain as he heads to the bench. Played ahead by Jimenez. Now sent long. Corona with it. Thompson with a save. Puck played out. Picked up by Snow. Snow with a step. He'll have a shot. That's gloved down and held by Stinson. Face off. Catch with it. Send it in deep. Snow stops it behind the net. Snow tries to feed it out front. Couldn't find a deflection. Juicy now. Sends one to the far corner. Greeno chased along the half wall. Played past and picked up by Ortiz. Ortiz sends it back in. Centennial has to clear. Now the Coyotes trying to push the forecheck. Puck played deep. Finds Smaw back behind everybody. Smaw alone. Thompson with a save. And we get a whistle as the net's off its moorings. Howie in to take the defensive zone face-off. He wins it back to Simone. Simone banks it around the boards. Picked up by Sutter. Sutter tries to find the return pass to Howie. Kept in the zone. Simone intercepts. Nearborns, Del Principe. Send it into the offensive zone. Simone with a shot from distance. Howie couldn't quite get to the rebound in time. Puck free when we get pushing and shoving out in front of the net.
Go, Big D.
Howie holds the faceoff up. Sutter couldn't quite draw it to himself. Back behind the net. Turned over by Corona. Del Principe has a shot from a sharp angle. Sutter now battling to get past two Corona players. Howie comes away with it. Sends it up to the point to Burgess. Burgess with time. Sends a shot through. That's deflected. Picked up by Del Principe. And it's in the net. No. Still loose. There it is. Centennial ties it up. I thought Del Principe had sent it through at first. But it looks like it'll be Howie credited for the goal on the follow-up play. 2-2 now. Rollin wins the faceoff back for Centennial. Pick it up along the near boards. Play it forward. Johnson able to pinch the boards and keep the puck in. On his forehand, has a sharp angle shot. That goes wide. Jimenez now pinches and keeps the puck in line. Played around the boards again. It's going to go past Millette. It's going to go all the way down the length of the ice. And we get an icing call. So an early 2-goal hole for Centennial. The Coyotes have battled back. And it's now tied at 2. Scoring on the first goal, officially Gavin Sutter from Bradley Del Principe. And the second goal, Tucker Howie, unassisted. And we're knotted at 2. Face-off, controlled by Corona, can't get it out. Jimenez has a shot that was tipped into it just wide. Millette kicks the puck, keeps it in the zone. That was deflected to the far corner. Duffy now. Backhander to the center of the ice. Johnson sends it behind the net. Howie tries to dig it free. Through the crease. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson puts him over again, looking for a deflection, but can't find anyone. And Duffy's going to be able to scoop that free. Duffy, with time, has a shot that rings off irons. Second chance goes through everyone. Adams keeps it in. Spins. Puck still on a Corona stick. Thompson there for a save. Played to the wall, kept in by the Aztecs. Still in control. Played out front. Bouncing puck. Out to the high slot. Hancock turns it over to Adams. Adams sends a cross-ice pass. Through. Thompson will save and hold. Green at the face-off circle. Able to play it forward. Snow gets it out of the zone. Dropped it back in. Garcia has to clear it for Corona, so able to be controlled, but then not out. Turned over by Juicy. Thompson with a save. Second chance. Scramble. Adams with it at the point. Has a shot. Thompson will hold that one, and we'll get a whistle. Face off won by the Coyotes. Played along the wall. Snow able to get it free to Catch. Catch now across the line. Has Green with him. Has that poke checked away. Tries to draw it forward. Stinson has to poke it aside. Corona now breaks free of their zone. Moore into the corner. Sends one across. Bouncing puck. High slot. Juicy pulls it free. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Juicy around one. Juicy drives the net. Hits the mask of the Corona goaltender. Now here comes Corona the other way. Under 10 minutes to go here, period number 2. Past one. Shot. Thompson saves that. Played free. Catch. Has to get past Castillo. On his backhand. Sends one in. That's saved by Stinson. Back and forth here in the second period. Battle aside. And we'll see what comes of this. Back to 4-on-4 hockey. Millette able to keep the puck in. Free to Hancock. Hancock now on his own. Breakaway, dangles past. Thompson with a save. And we get a whistle. Puck played out to the line. Kept in by Corona. Sends a shot from distance. Thompson will glove that. Too many! Too many! Player came out of the box right into the play while we were still 4-on-4. Accidental there, right off the faceoff, so there's no call. Voice is getting heated, including your own. Discussion here is whether or not there should be a penalty for too many men, but I think the point from the referee will be that they should have just held the face off for the player to get to the bench, so no harm, no foul, as it were.
So now they have 4. But it wasn't last time then.
Puck picked clear. Controlled by Hada, sent forward. Off the stick of Garcia, collected by Cash. Cash drops for Ortiz. Ortiz now around. Burgess can't control, kept in by Corona. Shot from distance, Thompson gloves.
I mean, that's where they blew the whistle. Yes. No, if he's in 10, you
I know. Hada shot, Thompson saves. Corona with the puck, fired from distance. Menez battling for it. Able to get it on his forehand. Has it taken away. He's taken to the ice. Ortiz gets it out to Howie. Howie across the line. Tries to feed Del Principe. Ends up in the near corner. Del Principe sweeps it back behind the net. Sutter's there. Sutter battles for it in the far corner. Tries to get it out front. Del Principe can't get a stick on it. Sent behind the net. Corona looking to clear the zone. Kept in at the point by Ortiz. Past Howie out. It's going to go down the length of the ice. And icing waved off. Ortiz will pick that up behind his own net. Send it along the boards. Del Principe then has it poked away from him. Ortiz with a body check at the line. Gets it forward. Tapped ahead. Del Principe. Tries to get past Hancock. Hancock strong on his stick, able to get that puck poked away. Jimenez then. Good work in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck forward. Across the line comes Hada. Shot deflected. Adams picks it up. Behind the net. Circles, looks to center. We get a whistle. And the net's off its moorings. Face-off won by Corona. They control the offensive zone deep into the second period. Burgess able to get it out. Thomas feeds Johnson. Johnson, his shot partially deflected. Gets the puck back to Thomas. Thomas has a hit that goes wide. Hancock now for Corona. Able to get the puck out. Pass Johnson into the offensive zone from distance. Thompson will love that. Corona out shooting Centennial here through two periods by a rate of 33-20. Score still tied at 2, just at the 1 minute mark. Snow picks the pocket. Snow now on the rush, has catch with him. Snow has a shot that's saved. Green stands his man up against the half wall. Puck played out. Simone able to get a skate to it. 3-on-2 chance here. Lawrence takes it in across the line for the Aztecs. Goes wide to the half wall. Burgess takes the puck away from him. Simone sends it around the wall, down long, and we'll probably get an icing whistle here as that drifts and just hits the wall. 24.5 left to play here, period number 2. Score tied, Corona 2, Centennial 2. Green glides in to take the defensive zone faceoff. Wins it back. Simone around the boards, looking for Burgess. Green going to pull it free. Snow has it tangled up in his skates. Now back. Simone launches one long ahead, only as far as Hada. Hada with it. Comes across the line and off sides. Adam. Yeah. Five seconds left to go here in the period. Face off one back by Corona. Popped up into the air. Comes in the circle. Burgess with a big hit right at the whistle. As he tries to play the puck, it takes De La Fuente down. And that's it. Through 2, we're tied at 2. Corona and Centennial will be back with the third and final period in just a moment. Final 15 minutes here in Scottsdale between Corona and Centennial. Tied at 2 goals apiece. Sutter, Howie, Del Principe, Millette, and Ortiz on the ice. Daniel Giusti out for the game with a match penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. Ortiz able to flip the puck into the Corona zone, controlled by Hada, finds Adams. Adams, long pass ahead, looking for Hancock. That goes wide, and we get icing. Howie. Howie handles. Gets the shot. Puck comes free. Fights back. Able to keep the puck in the zone. Del Principe sends it deeper. Adams on it. Tries to lead for Hada. Picked up by Del Principe off the boards and taken away by Adams. Corona across the line. Duffy has a shot right into the chest of Thompson. He'll swallow that up. Face-off controlled. Jimenez takes a hit, goes down to the ice. Duffy had the puck. Jimenez back with it. Out to Lawrence. He gloves it down to himself. His shot deflected. To the half wall. Duffy pulls it off. Short side. Thompson's there. Puck pulled free. And sneaks in along the corner. And Corona takes the 3-2 lead. Sentan unable to clear the doorstep there, and it leads to a Corona goal. And the Aztecs now up 3-2. Puck flipped ahead. Simone will get into his own zone. Finds Burgess. Snow trying to get to Green. Lawrence able to get to it. He sends one in on Thompson. Leaves it behind for Simone. Simone now looking for an exit. Banks one off. Snow had a step, but that took a shallow bounce and didn't get near him. Puck on the Coronas, or in the Corona offensive zone, cleared by Centennial. Lawrence able to control along the benches. Plays to the near side, picked up by Hardison. Burgess with the puck. Played around. Burgess. Can't get it past Hardison. Now pulled out by Green. Green. Simonian catch with him. Drop left for Simone. Can't quite get to it. Puck still loose. To the near wall. Battle for it. Kept in by Burgess. Burgess sends it in deep. Catch. Looking for a pass that's kept aside by Corona. Corona able to clear. Garcia into the offensive zone. We get a whistle and offside. Looks like offside. Puck sent in deep. Thompson tries to play it around to Jimenez. Pulled to the middle of the ice. Johnson out. Johnson with speed as it poked away. Olivier. Hada tries to force it forward. Puck tied up along the benches. Delayed penalty coming up, and we'll see what it is against. And we got another player thrown out. And we'll see what the call is here. Chase Johnson sent off the ice. And the referee having words with folks in the stands. And we'll see what the result of this penalty is here. I know we had a player sent off. See if this is 5-on-3 or 5-on-4. A fighting misconduct assessed to Chase Johnson. Nothing assessed to Corona. And it is going to be 5-on-3. So it'll be 5-on-3 because Centennial got close back into the game. Sutter, Burgess, and Simone on the ice trying to kill this penalty. Sutter able to dump the puck, or Burgess able to dump the puck along, rather. Hada takes it himself across the line. Tries to center, finds Adams. Thompson's there. Left on the doorstep. And that's able to get free. Hancock now. Hancock across the line has a shot. Thompson will glove and hold. Sutter forechecking Hada. Hada off the wall towards Duffy. Burgess will pick it up, breaks the stick. Hada, backhand, Thompson. He'll save. Centennial able to clear the zone. As they try and kill off at least the first 2 minutes here of this. Hardison keeps it in. Burgess still battling for the puck along the near wall. Lawrence turns it over. Simone able to get it across the line, only as far as Adams. Shot deflected. Puck comes out, only to the line. Lawrence able to keep it in. First 2 minutes killed off. Now it's 5-on-4 for 3 minutes. Corona still controlling in their offensive zone. Simone able to get a piece of that, deflected out. Not out of the zone. Hardison only at the line. Now turned over. Snow has Simone. Plays it ahead. And offsides the whistle. Oops. 2:33 left to go on the major that was assessed to Chase Johnson. Del Principe sends a shot in that's deflected up onto the wall behind the net. Centennial trailing by 1. Down 2 skaters. Ortiz now. He'll bank that off the wall out to Lawrence. Adams to his offensive zone. Dangles past 1, gets tangled up, tries to send one across to Duffy. Duffy can't get the handle on the puck. Working to get past Ortiz. They tangle behind the net. Duffy comes away still with the puck. Sends one to the point. Adams looking for a deflection. Didn't find it. Del Principe able to get it out. Looking ahead for Green through his skates. Here comes Corona the other way. Corona still controls. Adams. Shot in. Thompson's there. Second chance. Thompson on. He'll cover. And we've got 1:27 left. Shots in favor of Corona, 45-25 on the game so far. They're ahead by just 1 goal as we approach the halfway mark here to the third period. Millette gets the puck off the faceoff, sends it all the way down the length of the ice. Stinson sends it around. Catch close to it. Howie able to step in and keep that in the offensive zone. Catch now for Jimenez. Jimenez turns to his forehand, able to get the puck only to the line. Hada keeps it in at the point. Hada has a shot. Thompson able to get to it. Backhand but not out. Now free. Sarrier keeps it in at the line. Glove down by Lawrence. Howie gets it out. Howie now has a step. Howie around Hada. Sends the backhand in. That's dealt with by Stinson. Long pass ahead, past Walker, and no icing. Howie out to Catch. Catch across the line. Catch gets taken down. Five-minute penalty's over. Olivier back on the ice. Looking for Catch. That pass goes wide. Back to 5-on-5. 6.5 minutes left to go. Catch held up as he tries to get to the puck. Played in. Kept in. We got a whistle here. See. Okay. Looks like offsides was the call. We're back to 5-on-5. 6 minutes, 21 seconds to go. Centennial trails by 1. Corona with puck ahead. Burgess to the near wall. Snow. Fans on his pass attempt. Tries to keep Duffy off the tuck. Duffy able to pull it away. Duffy across the line. Has to double back. Can't get the shot in. Simona. Simone hasn't taken off his stick. Able to get it back. Simone now with a head full of steam. Tries to send it to Snow. Snow to Del Principe. Del Principe from the point. It was high and wide. Burgess sends one in. The sharp angle goes just behind the net. Duffy. Easy one in. Thompson will hold. Simone up the wall, not out. Kept in. Lawrence has a shot that goes over the net. Adams keeps it in. Duffy pops off the stick of Sutter, kept in the line. Burgess to the near wall. Sends one ahead, looking for Snell. That's deflected.
Go!
Sutter races to beat Duffy to the puck. He does. Pins Duffy in the corner, still battling for it. Sent back behind, picked up by Lawrence. Simone swings the stick. Bouncing puck out front, played to the side. Sutter looking ahead for Snow. Intercepted by Lawrence. Hardison then tips it ahead. Burgess with it. Simone sends one. Looking for Snow again, trying to hang out at the far blue line. That goes long, and that will be an icing call. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the game. Centennial trailing by a goal. Olivier. Ortiz now with it. Ortiz has a shot. His stick left as he tried. Back to Olivier. Olivier through, and no goal. Stinson able to scramble back and cover that right at the line. Corona takes the face-off. Hada around the half wall, kept in by Ortiz at the point. Hits traffic. Puck still in. Olivier can't get it away. Ortiz tries to play it in deeper, then flipped up out of the zone. Jimenez hits Hardison as he tries to clear. To Ortiz. Sidesteps one. Taking himself into the offensive zone. Ortiz with a shot. Saved by Stinson. Jimenez has to retreat. Backhand finds Olivier. A 3-on-1 chance now for Corona as they hustle across the line. Thompson's there. Thompson grabs it and makes the save. Face-off played to the point, not out. Ortiz has his stick lifted as he tries to play that away. Duffy now with it on the near wall. To Lawrence. Lawrence goes back to Duffy. Duffy steps around one, has a shot. Deflected by Ortiz. Played ahead for Snow. Snow drags it onto his forehand. Snow has a shot. Gets mugged. No call. Jimenez now. Backhand ahead. Sutter. Leaves for Snow. Back to Sutter. Gets it past Hada. Sutter. Shoots. Sutter scores. And we're tied up at 3. Sutter played a 1-2 with Snow. Got the puck ahead on his backhand. Went 5-hole on Stinson and knotted us back up. 2:23 left to play.
Oh, one more, boys. One more.
Howie ties up the face-off. Catch pulls it away. Drops back to Burgess. Burgess finds Simone. Just over 2 minutes left to play. Green with a step. Green across the line. Green now on his backhand. Tries to find Howie. Does find Howie, but can't get the shot away. Burgess pinches in. Puck comes across the blue line. Centennial still battling for it. Green gets it across just as Howie clears. Green now has it poked away. Here on along the near wall. Burgess has a shot. That goes wide. Simone trying to pinch in. He's going to get caught. And it's an odd man rush now. Played across. No one there. And that's going to be a big penalty. Can't argue that one. That's going to be a boarding call coming up against Green. Corona's going to take a timeout. Minute 31 to go. Let's see what the call is here. Earlier, that was called a 2-10 against Corona for a very similar play. Either way, it's likely to leave Centennial shorthanded for the remainder of the game. And it will just be a 2-minute roughing call. It's a 2-minute penalty for roughing against number 39, Green. So if no goal is scored, we'll see Centennial shorthanded for the remainder of the game. They win the face-off, can't clear it. Duffy to the near wall. Plays it in, looking out front, goes through everyone. Puck kept in, now controlled. Simone's going to send one long. No icing on the power play. Sutter rushing forward, almost played into his own net. Rolling puck across the face of the net. No one there as Centen tries to just protect what they have. Duffy with it. Drops to Lawrence. Lawrence right at the blue line. Feeds back to Duffy. Lawrence crashes in. Kept free. Played all the way down the length of the ice. We're under a minute to play. Stinson will hold that behind the net for Lawrence. Sutter with some pressure on the forecheck. Loses an edge. Chance here for Centen as we get tired leg, or chance here for Corona as Centen has tired legs out on the ice. Thompson with a save. Second chance there on the doorstep as he makes it. Good stick lift by Burgess right as the shot about to come in. Simone now battling, trying to clear the puck. 15 seconds left to go. Simone gets taken down to the ice. 10 seconds left to go. Burgess flips it ahead, looking for Del Principe. That's touched with 4.7 left to go. We're going to get a penalty coming up against Corona. Fair to say no fair play points given out in the game here tonight. Is it fair to say no fair play points being dispersed tonight to either of these teams? Sma will get the penalty. Timeout will be taken by Centennial here with just under 5 seconds left to go. It's a 2-minute call on Sma for holding. Talking about Centennial having a penalty problem coming into the night. They picked up 2, 4, 6, 11, 21, 31, 32, 37 minutes in penalties here in tonight's contest. Roughing the penalty against Small. So 37 minutes of penalties for Centennial as compared to 18 minutes for Corona. And Centen will elect against pulling the goalie here. 5 seconds, take what you have. Face up, tied up. Played off the board, played deep. And we will end as we started, all square. Final score tonight, Corona 3, Centennial 3. 2 goals off the stick of Gavin Sutter, and 1 from Tucker Howie are your notches for tonight. Caden Thompson had an outstanding game tonight, allowing just 3 goals on 50 shots from Corona. And again, your final score, Centennial 3, Corona 3.